Wapambe, natumai mko poa, mko salama. Muriega doito. As of right now, story ambayo nakujia nayo ni story ambayo tumekuwa tukizungumzia the whole day. And a lot of us has been happening throughout the day. So baada ya kesi ya JOWIE IRUNGU kuweza kuamuliwa hapo juzi, samani hapo jana, na yeye kuweza kupatikana na hatia ya mauaji ya mfanyabiashara Monica Kimani. Ila maswali tata yamekuwa yakiibuka kila kona ya nchi kuhusiana na aswa kana kwamba JOWIE yupo ana hatia kamili, as in he is guilty for the murder of Monica Kimani. So right now, nataka we discuss this story and let's see the perspectives of the people that failed JOWIE IRUNGU in regards to this matter. Ne adware kwashio magwe dhirie JOWIE IRUNGU kire kesi yake todo. Many people expected the defense of JOWIE IRUNGU to be stronger. The defense that was there was so lame kwa sababu resulting to this guy being given a death sentence, and it's something that we never expected. That came out of the blues, that we can really agree to that. So rukio dukria trash uriomo dire kare niki JOWIE IRUNGU ekire. A question has been raised and no giugiogure kiudukire adraro na kiudukire dronari story ya JOWIE IRUNGU ti story to the defense was so good for him. No, his lawyers did not work their asses off as was required to do. Na try with ania Gitumi ni giugiogure. There's one thing that I've seen. I want to look at it from a professional lawyer's point of view. Yesterday after hii kesi kuweza kuamuliwa, one person spoke about it na ikaweza kuzua mazungumzo pale kwenye mitandao ya kijamii, something that caught the attention of Kenyans at large. Na mudu uri oraririari ni mudu ikaine ta Miguna is an advocate for from Canada. But also he is a Kenyan known for his controversy and everything that has befallen Miguna for the longest time. You could create dreadari Nishu Goshia Miguna yesterday in regards to the case of JOWIE IRUNGU. Kwa sababu hapo jana people took to their different social media to oppose what was done to Miguna. Now quick udogeke dread haha. Now let's get down to details. In regards to what Miguna said yesterday. Now dona hare igaitwe the nini ya na I shall read it. Arabigiri atirire Miguna. I don't like Joseph Kuria IRUNGU alias JOWIE. I believe that he is a cold-blooded murderer, a barbarian, who should be severely punished for his crimes. However, I oppose the death penalty. A human being, including a judge, shouldn't have the power to order the killing of anyone. It also violates the Constitution, which banned the death penalty. Natoiguidania. Tunasikizana? Uyu ni Miguna. Now, the question and something that is going on social media, what people are trying to figure out is how weak was the defense of JOWIE IRUNGU. Hawa mawakili ambao walikuwa wanawakilisha JOWIE, ustadi wao na uelevu wao katika kesi kama hizi. Because let me assure you, if somebody like Cliff Ombeta was the man behind JOWIE IRUNGU during this case, JOWIE would either be free on bail or he would have been given a very light sentence. Lakini kwa sababu ya mawakili na defense ambayo alikuwa nayo, defense that ilikuwa very weak. You know, this man, many people say that he killed Monica for money and all that. But the question is, if he did all that, where is the money that was paid to Joy? Where is the money that was paid to Joy? Ujua swali zingine, maana angekuwa na pesa Joey angekuwa amehire very professional lawyer. You know, Cliff Obeta is one of the greatest criminal defense lawyers that we have in this country. So if he had money, those are the people that he would have gone for. Somebody like Cliff Obeta. Now, Mudu ta Cliff Obeta, let me remind you, Cliff Obeta defended people like the Akasha brothers. Do you remember the Akasha brothers? They were a crime syndicate family. Ilikuwa ni kati ya familia tajiri zaidi nchini Kenya ambazo zilikuwa zinahusika na ulanguzi wa dawa za kulevya. And Cliff Obeta stood by them, opposing their extradition to the United States of America. So I'm telling you, if the defense was so strong, they would have argued their point of view on the prosecution lacking evidence to prove the reason why Joey was motivated to go ahead and take out Monica Kimani. But the defense was so, I don't know, those lawyers where were they picked from? I don't know where they were picked from. Because from a lawyer's point of view, I also saw Makao Motwa being a lawyer in Kenya speaking about it today, that Jowie Irungu would even have been free if it was a clear defense team that was being used. And it seems there were blood lines between Jowie Irungu and his defense team, because his defense team did not have any point to prove that Joey did not do this. They did not have any circumstantial evidence to prove Joey's alibi on the night of Monica Kimani's murder. They did not do any investigation. Sijui tunaelewana. Hawa watu, you know, for you to, on such a day, let's say today where you are, you must, if a crime is happening somewhere and you be linked to that crime, you will have an alibi to prove that, you know what, I was at my house. If you triangulate my phone, you will find that I was in my house. If you ask my landlord, you will find that I was in my house. I called this person at this time and So what was the timeline of Monica Kimani's death? Where was Joey Irungu at? Yes, let's say it was at the scene of the crime. So who saw me doing that? Who saw me committing the crime? Another thing ambayo nakwambia defense ya huyu mtu ni defense ambayo ilimmeza. Do you know that after the forensic analysis and the investigation at the crime scene where Monica Kimani was killed, hakuna DNA, chembe zozote za kulink that Joey Irungu was at the crime scene. So there is no tangible evidence putting Joey Irungu at the crime scene. But his defense team was so lame to prove that, to argue the point, and to bring out a clear defense for this man, until the man was given a death penalty. For what? For what? Ndio swali ambayo tunauliza. And another thing, also there are certain things that people are considering in regards to the case of Joey Irungu. Many are arguing maybe it is not Joey Irungu's problem. Maybe his defense team was compromised. You know, a defense team can be compromised. If the people that were behind Monica Kimani's murder was so powerful, they might have made sure that they compromise even his defense team, that the man ends up in jail. You know, there are a lot of angles that should be considered in such a case. Na mumesikia fununu ya kwamba Joey Irungu knows the people that killed Monica Kimani, but fails to mention them. Unaget? So the question still remains, why was Joey Irungu's defense so weak? You know, the judge fell into the hands of the prosecution. Sijui tunaelewa. She fell into the hands of the prosecution, that the prosecution went ahead to argue their case and say, judge, sisi kama familia tunaona jinsi binti yetu alipata kuuawa, alipitia maisha magumu na aliteswa kabla ya kifo chake. Hivyo tunaomba ambaye ni mhusika mkuu katika mauaji yale aweze kupewa adhabu ya kifo. And Judge Grace Nzioka, because the defense was so weak on proving Jowie Irungu's innocence, had no otherwise than to hand over the death sentence. Sijui tunaelewana, lakini unajua unataka kuwa katika akili yangu ama katika uwanja ambao niliopo sasa katika uchambuzi huu ndio uweze kuelewa kile ambacho nakimaanisha. Ukiwa unalegea legea hivi wewe utakuacha nje mzee. Sijui tunaelewana, lakini tuelewane hapa. The defense team might have been compromised or might have been very weak or might have been amateurs. Kwa sababu you can't tell me that a lawyer that is experienced in defense matter and mostly in the criminal law, having such loopholes in this case and ends up with their client being given a death sentence. Hapana mzee, hapana. Not an experienced advocate as such a thing on his reputation or their reputation at the end of the day. No. Ukiwa advocate ama mwanasheria ambaye anajielewa ni vigumu sana. Mzee Jowie Irungu. Now, apart from Jowie Irungu, leo kuna kitu fulani pia kimeweza kutokea. Inaonekana Jackie Maribe ambaye aliondolewa mashtaka katika mauaji ya Monica Kimani pia kimerudi kumramba tena, because Jackie Maribe was acquitted of all the charges, but the office of the Attorney General went ahead to appeal the judgment that was made by Lady Justice Grace Nzioka. Lady Judge, I mean, not Lady Justice. Lady Judge Grace Nzioka. And so aliweza kupewa kazi katika ofisi ya PSC, Public Service. Akapewa kazi kama head of communication katika ofisi ya CS Kuria, lakini asubuhi ya leo tukaweza kupokea taarifa that all that was not true, that Jackie Maribe should not be in the office of Moses Kuria because the team that employs workers for Moses Kuria has not approved her. And after all that, ikafanyika that Moses Kuria today na Jackie Maribe wameonekana pamoja kule Nakuru. So who is Jackie Maribe to Moses Kuria right now? Nekeo kioria dumarashi uria. What is happening between Jackie Maribe and Moses Kuria? Sorry for that. So apart from that, Dredatrore killed something that what Moses Kuria has to say in regards to that. Now, this is what Kuria said a few minutes ago. Anasema, contrary to reports by the Nation, I have never been interviewed by the media house nor made any comment, no announcement about Jackie Maribe. I have challenged CEO Stephen Gitama to provide evidence from one Mwangi Moirori who wrote this article. Now, ilisemekana amepata kupewa kazi. Now, alisema, ameendelea na kusema, meanwhile I stand with Jackie Maribe, my friend, for the last 16 years and I will stand with her just like I stood with Governor Kawira Mwangaza in the wake of unjustified bullying. Na anaendelea anasema, I have since alerted Mr. Gatama that the said screenshot is a forgery and I will be at DCI headquarters at 9:30 a.m. tomorrow to report the Nation Media Group and the reporter of fraud and forgery. Kuria sometimes unatushangazanga sana MK. Agekora no thikiria ri. Ebu instead of all that noises, make sure umeona kijana ya Diki mwenye mlipea promises ya kwamba mtamsaidia, msaidie. We have done a story about that and the guy is really suffering. So go ahead and support him as you promised you will. Hey, back to the case of JOWIE IRUNGU. Tell me, what do you think about the defense team of JOWIE IRUNGU? Did it really do JOWIE IRUNGU justice? For now, achia maoni yako kwenye comment section. Tuungane katika video zetu zijazo. Usisahau hii ni the F